Hey everyone! Welcome sa 2024! Ito yung pinakamuna natin video. Pero nung 2023, napakarami natin nakita na good value phones in 2023 na mayagpag doon yung Poco F5 and andun rin yung Tecno Camon 20 Pro 5G at marami pang iba na humabol later on in the year. Pero ngayon, dapat nating alamin kung ano yung mga aabangan natin in 2024. So sa video na to, sasabihin ko sa inyo kung ano yung mga exciting phones na pwede natin makita ngayong 2024, lalo na't maraming magpapasiklab ngayong January pa lang. So tara, alamin natin yan after this quick intro. Guys, 2024 na, hindi pa rin kayo nakasubscribe dito sa Pinoy Techdad. Well, I'll give you one major reason kung bakit dapat nakasubscribe kayo dito kasi in 2024, tech is really fast-paced. Marami akong ibabahagi sa inyo na quality videos na very educational at syempre yung mga honest reviews natin. So kung naghahanap ka ng ganong klaseng content, well, dito po yung channel kung saan makikita nyo yung mga yon. So ano pang hinihintay nyo? Subscribe na and hit the bell button. Tulad na sinabi ko, marami agad pasiklab yung mga brands ngayon January pa lang of 2024. So nandyan yung pinakauna, yung Poco X Series. So ilalabas na po nila yung Poco X6, X6 Pro at meron na silang nasa entry level, although tinatawag nilang mid-range level na rin, yung Poco M6 Pro. Now, although alam ko na yung pricing and yung mga specs nito, guys, I am still on NDA, non-disclosure agreement. So wala pa ako masyadong maibabahagi sa inyo na concrete, pero kung napanood nyo na yung video ko ng Redmi K70e, marami pong detalye tungkol doon sa phone na yon na maaaring mag-translate to the Poco X6 Pro. And panigurado, marami na rin kayong mga leaks na nakita tungkol sa Poco X6 Pro. So I'm sure yung mga fans dyan, hindi nyo na kailangan pang malaman kung ano yung mga specs nito. And I have been testing these phones for a few weeks now. And just a quick overview, very powerful yung chipset niya, Dimensity 8300. Maganda yung display, naka-AMOLED na 120Hz. Yung battery capacity niya, it's still the standard na 5,000 mAh. Charging speed, it's what you would expect from a Poco device these days. And I would say dahil meron tayong kaalaman kung ano yung exact pricing nila dito sa Philippines pagdating sa early bird rate, I would say one of the best or better value phones this year. Siyempre, sinasabi natin this year kasi sila pa lang naman yung unang lumabas. But I can definitely see, guys, na yung Poco X6 Pro, isa pa rin to sa mga mamamayagpag later on in the year pagdating sa price to performance value. So para sa mga naka-Poco X3 series or X4 series, maybe this is the time na dapat mag-upgrade kayo ng phone kasi very good yung pricing nito, lalo na sa early bird rate. Abangan nyo po yung full review natin dito sa Pinoy Techdad. Now, another phone that's coming out nakaabang-abang in 2024, this January 17, is the Samsung Galaxy S series. So, surprisingly, napaaga rin yung release nila kasi usually nasa February yung release ng Galaxy S series ng Samsung. Pero bago pa ang January 17 launch nila, sagad na po yung mga rumors na nagsilabasan tungkol sa Samsung Galaxy S24 series. Pero pagtutuunan lang po muna natin ng pansin yung S24 Ultra series kasi most likely ito yung kukunin ko para ma-review dito sa channel. So, we can still expect na meron pa rin tong S Pen and then meron pa rin tong optical zoom, although very disappointing kasi magiging 5 times optical zoom na siya instead of the 10 times optical zoom. Now for most people, hindi naman masyadong malaking kawalan yung 10 times optical zoom, but for me kasi pag pumupunta ng concerts, nanonood ng basketball games, malaking bagay po na meron tayong 10 times optical zoom pag nagre-record ng videos as well as pag-take ng photos. And according to rumors, guys, yung S24 series will be AI focused. So, mala Google Pixel series na yung datingan nito na talagang nag-focus sila sa software ng device nila kung saan mas optimize lahat ng performance, lahat ng gagawin nyo. Meron na siguro tayong mga mala chat GPT capabilities dito. So yan yung isa sa kaabang-abang para sa S24 series this year. Now, another thing that you can expect with the S24 Ultra is yung titanium body niya. So yes, medyo gumagaya na naman sa iPhone. Nauna si iPhone na gumamit ng titanium. I mean globally na alam talaga natin na well-marketed. So yung mga Apple fans dyan, panigurado, aasirin na naman nila yung mga Samsung fans sa paggaya ng titanium body. But I am really excited for this kasi may kabigatan po talaga yung Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. So hopefully mas magaan na yung S24 Ultra with the titanium body. Now unfortunately para sa other variants, sa S23 Plus, sa S23, armor aluminum pa rin yung gamit nila, so may kabigatan pa rin yung mga devices na yon. And magdiwang tayong lahat kasi yung ilalabas na global versions ng Samsung Galaxy S24 series gagamit ng Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. So wala daw pong Exynos variant globally. So Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, thank God, kasi talagang marami ang natatakot sa Exynos version na chipset. Moving on, I'm also very excited for the iQOO Neo 9 series. So, nandyan yung Neo 9 and Neo 9 Pro. Now, personally, I ordered the Neo 9 Pro. Natuwa ako sa faux leather back panel niya na merong red and white colorway. Shoutout sa alma mater ko, San Beda, NCAA Champions 2023. Animo San Beda. But going back, the reason that I'm truly excited for the iQOO Neo 9 series is because dito tayo makakakuha ng flagship level of performance under 20,000 pesos para sa Neo 9 and under 30,000 pesos para sa iQOO Neo 9 Pro. So with the iQOO Neo 9, meron tayong Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 under 20,000 pesos, guys. Ang lupit po nun. Grabe yun. And para naman sa Pro version, meron tayong MediaTek Dimensity 9300 na umaabot lampas 2 million points sa Antutu. So napakalupit rin po ng performance yan. Flagship level. Again, under 30,000 pesos. Now the downside, however, is that these most likely won't reach the Philippines officially. So the only way na makukuha nyo to is from online sellers like the one na ililink ko dyan sa description box. Lazada po yan, legit na store. Dyan po ako bumibili madalas ng mga China ROM phones. So very exciting talaga yung iQOO Neo 9 series. Naka Android 14 with Origin OS na very smooth yung performance. And also guys, na-excite ako sa pangalan ng GPU ng Dimensity 9300, Immortalis. Grabe, ang angas ng pangalan, di ba? Susunod, of course, hindi mawawala to sa mga inaabangan natin in 2024. That's the Poco F6 series. Now, hindi pa lalabas yung Poco F6 series in the first few months ng 2024. Of course, masasapawan niya kasi yung X series pag sumabay yung F6 series. Pero ang ina-anticipate natin is that these will be rebranded Redmi K70 and Redmi K70 Pro. So with the Redmi K70, meron tayong Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 and with the Redmi K70 Pro, Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 naman. Now, if they do decide to rebrand the K70 series to the F6 series ng Poco, well, the only complaint that I have is yung design. Now, this one is very subjective, pero I think a lot of you will be in agreement na hindi ganun kaganda yung design ng K70 series. Like, yung camera module niya, it's so basic. It's not really outstanding pagdating sa design. However, there is an edition ng Redmi K70 Pro that I think everyone would be attracted to pagdating sa design, and that's this one. The Redmi K70 Pro Lambo Edition. For this one, napakaangas talaga ng design. Anytime that I take it outside, marami ang napapalingon sa itsura ng phone na to. Very eye-catching yung kulay, of course. Pero nandyan din kasi yung emblem ng Lamborghini. So very attractive yung design nito. But unfortunately, I heard that this will be a China exclusive. So hindi po natin ito makukuha sa global version. Other things that you might want to know with the Redmi K70 na potentially could be the Poco F6 is that yung camera setup niya, triple camera setup, pero meron pa rin tayong 58 and 2 megapixels. So, nandiyan pa rin yung macro lens, nandiyan pa rin yung 8 megapixel ultra wide. Now, with the Pro version naman na hopefully maging Poco F6 Pro, meron na tayong 2x telephoto lens and meron na tayong 12 megapixel na ultra wide. Syempre, abangan nyo dito sa channel yung full review natin ng Lambo edition ng Redmi K70 Pro coming soon. Another potential release that I'm truly excited about in 2024 is the Tecno Camon series. So for 2024, I would expect or I would hope na sana ang gamitin na chipset is kahit MediaTek Dimensity 8100 sana. So yan ang gagamitin ng Tecno Camon 2024 na version. Yung 8100, it's an older chipset but it's still very powerful and it's still very much reliable in 2024. So wala akong marereklamo kung Dimensity 8100 man yung gamitin nila in 2024. Now, another thing na gusto kong mag-improve sila in 2024 is yung color science. Hindi talaga accurate yung colors na nabibigay ng Tecno phones. So hopefully mas mapaganda pa nila para mas kaaya-ayang i-post right away sa social media yung mga photos. Isa pang gusto kong makita sa Tecno Camon series in 2024 is the availability of their Premier Edition. So sa Premier Edition kasi nilalagyan nila to ng telephoto lens, usually 5 times yung optical zoom. And it's really usable, guys. Lalo na kung nag-attend kayo ng concerts, gusto mo lang ng closer look sa isang subject na ayaw mo nang lapitan pa. it's very useful. So fingers crossed na sana dalhin nila yan dito sa Pilipinas. Moving on, I think marami naman talaga nag-aabang nito every year, yung iPhone 16 series. So this one is supposedly an improved version of the 15 series. Siyempre, alangan naman mag-release sila ng weaker version. Pero so far, ang naririnig nating rumors is that they will still release the Bionic A17 series but an enhanced version palalo ng A17 Pro. So wala pa rin tayo sa A18, at least from the latest rumors so far. And then number 2, ang bali-balita is that gagamit na daw sila ng BOE na display. So they will be moving away daw from Samsung. I'm not sure about that yet. Siyempre, dahil nga may balita na baka gumamit na ng mga AI features si Samsung this year with the S24 series, asahan rin natin na hindi magpapatalo si iPhone dyan. So, we can expect a lot more AI features sa iPhone 16. And this one, personal preference ko lang naman. Sana baguhin na nila yung design ng camera module. It's been used for several years already. It's about time na mag-refresh naman sila ng camera module design nila. I mean, yes, it works. Nakita nyo naman, ginagaya rin sila ng ibang brands tulad na lang ng mga Transsion phones. Pero I don't know, maybe it's about time to see a refreshed version of the design ng iPhones. And hopefully, yung USB-C standard, ma-maintain nila, at least use the latest USB-C standard across the board for all iPhone versions. So yun lang naman yung mga wish list natin para sa iPhone 16 series. So yun yung 6 na phone series na inaabangan ko this year sa 2024. So meron tayong mga honorable mentions and I'll go through them one by one. So let's start with the Xiaomi 14 Pro. Actually, I already have it. Last year pa to lumabas sa China. But then, there are rumors na baka hindi daw to magkaroon ng global version. So sayang naman, maybe it's because hindi maganda yung sales ng 13 Pro series. So wala silang tiwala sa global market na bibenta to. But let's see. Hopefully makarating pa rin naman sa global market. Kasi sayang naman, I know marami pa rin mga fans dyan ng Xiaomi na gustong bumili ng 14 series. But so far, very good yung experience ko with the Xiaomi 14 Pro. Napakalakas po talaga ng phone na to and very high-end yung dating niya. Pagdating sa build and design and yung display niya, yung camera niya, it's really good but still not quite as good as other cameras that I've tried before. Para sa in-depth review ng Xiaomi 14 Pro series, mag-subscribe lang kayo dito sa channel ko. Gagawa na po natin yan soon this January. Siyempre, inaabangan ko rin yung Google Pixel 9 series pero nasa honorable mention ko lang to kasi I don't think they will make a huge leap para sa 9 series nila. Maybe they are reserving this for the 10 series. Balita ko kasi gagamit pa rin sila ng Samsung fabricated na Google Tensor chipset. So, hindi pa rin siya made by TSMC. So, asahan pa rin natin na may mga thermal issues pa rin to. Hindi pa rin siya sagad pagdating sa gaming, lalo na sa Genshin Impact na nakita natin from several past generations ng Google phones na hindi maganda yung Genshin Impact sa phones nila like the Google Pixel 6, Google Pixel 7 Pro, and the Pixel 8 Pro na nasubukan ko. But of course, I will still try to get my hands on one lalo na if budget permits. On to the Vivo side of things naman, of course, nandyan yung Vivo V31 na I'm sure aabot naman dito sa Philippines. But the one that I'm really looking at is the Vivo X100 series, the X100 Pro to be exact. So ini-expect ko rin na hindi aabot dito sa market natin globally yung X100 Pro series. It might be China exclusive lang or other region exclusive. Which is sayang kasi I heard na napakaganda sana ng mga cameras ito but I'll try to get my hands on one as well. Basta may budget pa tayo na available. Na isa pang phone na very promising sana but uninspired yung design niya. This is the Realme GT5 Pro. Unfortunately, tingin ko hindi rin to dadating dito sa Pilipinas. Alam niyo naman yung Realme PH, happy na sila na ibigay sa atin yung numbered series nila but not the GT series. So sayang kasi napakalakas, naka Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. Maganda yung performance ito for sure. And of course, tiwala rin ako sa algorithm ng Realme pagdating sa photos. Although very saturated lang yung datingan but it's still very much ready to upload sa social media. For the GT5 Pro, I know marami sa inyo nagre-request na i-review natin to. So, I'll try my best rin na ma-review natin sa channel. Yung ZTE Nubia Z60 Ultra naman, very promising as well. Naka Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. Yun nga lang, yung camera module niya is very unique looking. Actually, yung overall design niya is very unique. Naka-under display camera pa rin siya. So, full screen immersion yung pwede nyo ma-experience dito. But of course, as a downside, asahan nyo na pangit yung mga selfie shots na makukuha nyo with this phone. So, for this one, minamatahan ko actually yung Starry Starry Sky na version nito. Fully makakuha ko at a very affordable price. I know it's still very expensive. Pero tingnan natin yung luck natin kung meron tayong sapat na budget. And panghuli sa mga flagship level phones, I want to see the improvements ng Huawei P series. So hopefully it will be the P70 series na sana dumating pa rin dito sa Philippines. But of course, we all know the downsides ng isang Huawei device in 2024. Wala pa rin siyang native Google services support. And kahit na meron na tayong mga workarounds para sa Google services sa Huawei devices, it's still not as seamless or not as smooth as phones na merong native support para sa Google services. Pero kung photos and videos lang yung main usage mo for your Huawei device, I can still highly recommend, of course, the P series. Pero yun nga lang, kung very reliant ka sa mga Google services, Google apps, and other apps na hindi available sa Huawei App Gallery or sa Huawei device in general, well, hindi ko talaga marirecommend yung Huawei. Now, para sa mid-range and budget series naman, of course, andyan pa rin, aasahan pa rin natin yung mga brand ni Transsion. So, nandyan yung Tecno and Infinix na maghahatid sa atin ng Pova series and Note series, yung Hot series rin as well ng Infinix, yung Zero series rin, of course, kaabang-abang yung mangyayari para sa Zero series ng Infinix. And of course, wag natin kakalimutan yung itel. itel, yung humabol talaga last year na nagpasiklab ng mga entry-level phones na maganda yung design and maganda yung overall build quality na abot kaya yung presyo. So hopefully magtuloy-tuloy sila sa pagbibigay sa atin ng magandang specs, magandang design sa mga phones na binibenta nila dito sa Philippine market. Now may mga magtatanong sa inyo, Lods, paano naman yung Redmi Note 13 series? Well, palabas na po yan ngayong January 15. If you haven't seen it yet, pinopost na po ni Xiaomi PH. Of course, kaabang-abang pa rin yan, pero para lang sa akin, nasa na-try ko lang naman, nasubukan ko na kasi yung 13 Pro Plus and yung 13 Pro, and if I compare it with the Poco X6 Pro or the Redmi K70e, para hindi tayo ma-technical, no? So, sabihin na lang natin with the Redmi K70e, I would say the performance is way better on the Redmi K70e, which will, again, become the Poco X6 Pro. So, para lang sa honest take ko talaga dito, yung 13 series, masasapawan yan ng Poco. So, of course, there will still be fans ng Redmi Note series na bibili talaga no matter what. But for those who are open-minded na naghanap talaga ng better value phones, I would say that is gonna be the Poco X6 Pro. Para naman sa mga foldable and flip phones in 2024, of course, meron namang market talaga na gusto yung mga ganong klaseng build and design ng phones. Pero personally, hindi talaga para sa akin yung mga foldable devices. So, I am not really looking forward to that. Number one reason ko dyan is napakaraming moving parts, especially yung sa ribbon dun sa folding part ng device. So, medyo sirain po yun, and then ayoko talaga nakikita yung crease sa device ko pag na-fold siya. Now, we've reached the end of the video, guys, but panigurado, meron akong mga hindi nabanggit na kaabang-abang pa rin dito sa 2024. Of course, yung mga brands like Oppo, Vivo, marami rin silang i-release na hindi ko man nabanggit dito. I'm sure merong mga fans ng mga brands na yan na tatangkidikin pa rin sila. And I'm sure meron ring mga surprise releases yung mga brands this year that we may not know yet. So kung kayo naman yung tatanungin ko, guys, ano yung pinaka-inaabangan nyo talagang phone in 2024? Let me know in the comment section. I wanna read your thoughts. And kung gusto nyo pang manood ng mga videos ko, may mga ililink po ako dyan. Panigurado, magugustuhan nyo yung mga yan. So hanggang sa susunod, ako nga pala ulit si Janus ng Pinoy Techdad. Kita-kita ulit tayo.